All right, all right, all right. We are live. Good evening, y'all. How you doing? Let's wait our normal couple of minutes for folks to get in here. We didn't do a big announcement about this live tonight, so we're just going to get what we get coming in. But yeah, hope everybody's had a great Wednesday. It is coming up on 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Again, we're just going to wait a minute to get everybody in that's going to be in, and folks that'll come and go in between. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Again, JR here from the Veterans Ranch. Want to thank everybody again that came in and donated and everything for the 4 hours I was live on doing a little sing-along karaoke, singing for my supper thing is what I ended up calling it. Appreciate everybody who was on that, paid attention again. That was a lot of fun. And who knows, maybe, when I get a better microphone, it's got this camera mic here and it wasn't the best, but hey, whatever, right? We had fun. Hopefully y'all had fun on the other end of the camera and we're able to sing along. As T scrolling across the bottom of the screen here, we're asking 222 people to go to theveteransranch.org and pledge $22 a month. We've got some special instructions that we're going to give you on that, on some things to do. And we'll go through the website, show you how you can do it, show you some of the new and improvement things to the website, and just have ourselves a good casual time here this evening. Nothing formal about this at all. We do ask you to please like, share, comment. Again, the algorithm, keeps all that alive here. And the more we like, share, and comment, the Wizard of Oz there continues to pull the levers and, gets more attention to this here and see that people care about veterans and veterans issues. So let's jump right into it here. Again, 222 people. What is our mission? We are the Veterans Ranch. We work with veterans and their family members through horses, known as equine therapy, with the overall goal and mission of getting these awesome Americans to lay down heavy coats of burden they didn't even possibly realize they were still hanging on to, start walking off as a new and improved version of themselves. The biggest issue veterans are dealing with right now is veteran suicide. Okay, 22 a day is no longer 22 a day. It is the catchphrase, sadly, that we all know. It is now 35, 37 a day. The bottom line is it's a plus. You could say 22 plus, and the plus is the enemy here. So at the Veterans Ranch, the enemy is veteran suicide, and the mission is to do our part strongly as much as possible through your help and donations is to end that problem. So we are asking 222 people in memory of the 22 a day plus we're losing to pledge $22 a month. Now, where is the money going? Money is going for a new event that we have coming up. We'll be announcing here very shortly. And it's going to cover some expenses for that event. We do not charge veterans or their immediate family for anything we do here on the horse side of things. So if it's a trail ride, we pay for those trail rides for the vet and a plus one, whether it's their spouse, girlfriend, counselor, whatever, caregiver, if that's the person that's coming with them is the plus one. So we pay for those things. We try and get the food donated. If we can't get the food donated, then we buy the food and we're cooking the food. It's all hands on deck when it comes to these events that we put on. So that's where the money is going to be going to not only the upcoming event, but future events as well to pay for. So we'll be doing a different video at a different time to discuss, to more reach out more to businesses out there for corporate sponsorship. As always, we like to thank our sponsors that we have, RFD TV, the Cowboy Channel out of Fort Worth, Texas. grass hole, don't be an arsehole, install a grass hole. And right here in Bradenton, Florida, veteran-owned USA company, made here in America. We're seeing the importance of that right now. So, please support them. Vortex Optics, a great family-owned and veteran-owned company in Wisconsin. If you are looking for rifle scopes, red dot sights, binoculars, range finders, go to our friends at vortexoptics.com, put your face in their place and check them out today. Ozzolato Boots, you can get a great pair of boots in Allen's Boot Store, allensboots.com in Austin, Texas. Ask for the Boot Man and tell them JR sent you and get you a really great pair of Ozzolato boots today. Decker Manufacturing in Keokuk, Iowa. They're doing amazing things. They are also a family-owned, veteran-owned business. Are you noticing a theme, folks, here of folks we like to partner up with? They provide grooming supplies for horses, animals, farm animals, you name it. They cover a whole lot of bases, and we've appreciated their support over the last year or so. DeckerManufacturing.com. If you can't get to the website, go to your local Tractor Supply and find Decker Manufacturing products on the shelf. If you can't find it, demand it. Great company. We need to support American-owned, American-ran with American-made products, and especially veteran-owned and ran businesses as well. So again, we like to thank our sponsors. Our sister charities, Project Die Hard, projectdiehard.org. We'll slap them up here for real quick for a hot minute. Working with veterans through short-term housing, getting them back on their feet, them and their families, out of Paducah, Kentucky. So give them a shout out as well. Everything matters here. Teamwork makes the dream work, as Brian says all the time. He supports us. We support him. We're going to put our equine therapy services on his properties. He's going to put short-term housing on our properties. So that is just a little bit of that right there. Let's go ahead and cover into the website here real fast. And so we'll scroll through here. Website's been completely redone. You can see we're on all the socials here. There's some links they don't even have for new ones that exist yet, but you can find us on all the majors: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I know that says G plus for Google plus, but they didn't have an Instagram tab, so I had to improvise. LinkedIn, YouTube. Please like, comment, share on our YouTube channel as well. Please help us get some subscribers. We have about 24, 25 right now, and we need at least 100, I think it is, to where we can get the custom URL. So please, when I say custom URL, instead of the gobbledygook mix of letters and numbers, it'll actually say the Veterans Ranch behind it. These tabs right here, these actually go to things. These will actually go to the memorial pages of these particular conflicts. So the World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Iraq and Afghanistan, and remembering those that didn't come home, take you to Arlington, the Arlington National Cemetery. So when you sponsor the Veterans Ranch, you're basically sponsoring a veteran to go through our programs, do our trail rides, do our therapy sessions, and eventually help us get our own piece of dirt to where we can do more on a daily basis. The donations will be going to horses. I kiddingly say the word cheap and horse never go hand in hand. The joke right now is, well, I'll give up my car because gas is expensive. I'll just get a horse. Trust me when I tell you my F-350 is cheaper. I love horses to death, but my F-350 is cheaper than a horse. We're going to need to buy feed and hay, tack, which is going to consist of saddles, bridles, halters, lead ropes, the whole 9 yards. Again, Brian with Project Die Hard is going to be providing the short-term housing on our properties. So it's going to help cover some of those expenses. And then we're hiring nothing but veterans in their immediate household family. So part of those donations are going to be going to those salaries, putting money back in the community with veterans working with other veterans. Obviously the benefits here of working with horses, the fact that humans and animals require no words to communicate. If you have a horse, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But honestly, if you have a dog or a cat, we talk to our animals, our four-legged friends like they're human, but really the communication is through the emotion, the touch, and everything else, not just the words. So, it's going to open up a line of communication that may not be breached, where the veteran trying to reach out to traditional therapists, they can reach out to a horse, and, horses have a way of talking back that laying on the couch just may not have. Nothing against therapists. I believe in them, but sometimes you need more than just how does that make you feel. And a horse makes you feel. It doesn't force you to, it makes you quit thinking and makes you feel. So as we say here, a unique aspect about working with horses is the way the animals are so intuitive, mirroring what you are doing. If you're upset, they're going to be upset, nervous, so on and so forth. Horses feeling that land on their back. What do you think they feel from you 2 feet away? I had somebody say to me a couple of weeks ago, yeah, I watched Yellowstone and I saw that line too. Folks, that existed before they said it on Yellowstone. So it's true. And if you've been in the horse world for any length of time, you'll know that was true. And when they said it on Yellowstone, it was one of the truest things they said. But, we're looking to help promote self-awareness, open-mindedness. If the person makes an effort to interpret their horse's behavior as a reflection of their own, the feedback loop can help an individual see deeper into the patterning of their own brain, leading them to understand their emotional reactions. What does that mean in plain English? It means that, you understand more about yourself through the horse. We always say, people try and say, I need to put more man in the horse, when the reality is you need more horse in the man, and you'll understand more about yourself than you ever did before. Here you'll see a great story. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll let y'all read it, about a veteran we served on a trail ride that we did. Here are some of our partners. Again, we promote other people that are doing great things within the veteran community. It's not just all about us, folks. Project Refit out of New Jersey, the Warrior's Journey out of Springfield, Missouri, American Veterans Chamber of Commerce, corporately based in Fort Worth, or Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area, the San Diego Veterans Chamber of Commerce. I already mentioned my buddy Project Die Hard. If you saw some of my videos I did earlier today, you saw us do something about community fundraising with, Pay It Forward. Community Pay It Forward. So, they need some help. My good friend, on South Lakeland side of things, Camaraderie Rescue Mission, doing great things. And if you don't see your name here, folks, right here, your name can be here. But let me tell you, and I don't mean this in an arrogant way, we're going to vet you just like we would expect you to vet us, to make sure we're doing what we say we're doing. And we're going to make sure you're doing what you're doing when it comes to helping veterans. Okay, if you're just running a nonprofit for the sake of paying yourself a salary, and you're not even putting 10% towards the mission, you can't go on this page. I'm just telling you that right now. So we're going to scroll back up here, and we'll go to services. I'm just going to kind of scroll through some of this. You guys can go through it. theveteransranch.org. You'll see, we do with the healing through horses. Motivation's a big key. Veterans motivating other veterans. And even though I'm a proud patriot, I didn't wear the uniform. I've walked through some things in my life, and hopefully I can bring some of my experiences to help lift up somebody as well, even though I didn't wear the uniform. Support through basic needs. I want to stop right here real quick. I have another link I have to add to this, but we show veterans how to save money on essential services they pay for every single day, like their cell phone. We show them that, because your average E4, folks, makes $31,500 a year. And if you've got a wife or a husband and some kids and off-base housing and everything else, a lot of our active duty military folks are living on food stamps. You can't feed a family of 3 or 4 on $31,500 a year. not efficiently, not and buy clothes and school supplies and everything else too. Now gas prices and everything being what they are. The other thing we do is we show them show them how to get better supplementation in their diet by wearing a little 1-inch patch versus another handful of pills. Okay. Maybe you can't swallow big pills. Maybe psychologically you're out of the service now and certain organizations are shoving pill after pill after pill down your throat and you just don't want to take any more pills. Well, you click here, okay, and I don't have this tab open here, so but you just click there and you're going to go to Innovative Nutrition, okay, and that's our link. And when you go into there and order things, then you're going to be assisting the Veterans Ranch. All proceeds that come out of those purchases go straight to the Veterans Ranch. We've kind of we've come up with a little side phrase called a $0 donation. What does that mean? That means you're not taking any extra money out of your pocket. You're purchasing something you use anyway. If you take a multivitamin every day, wear the patch, you put it on for 8 hours and forget about it, it's something you're using anyway. So instead of buying XYZ multivitamin, you go to Innovative Nutrition, you order your product. I dare to say quality for quality, probably the same price. But again, I'll let you shop that around. That's not my job to compare every single product on a shelf. But I'm here to tell you, penny for a pound, this is going to do better for you than what's on your, local store shelf. Again, we don't make any claims that it heals anything or anybody or cures, the world. Just telling you, you're going to get better supplementation through wearing a little 1-inch patch than you are taking another handful of pills that your digestive system is going to kill about 80-90% of when it just gets past your stomach before it even gets to your intestinal tract to absorb into your body. So there's that. About us, you've seen here, I swear to God, I'm going to get a good picture of my wife up here so y'all can see it. Y'all know me. There's my dad, 2-tour Vietnam veteran, Mike Smith Sr. Then and now it's his boot camp picture, and look, he hasn't aged today. So you got that. Here's our advisory board, okay? Everybody wonders if it's just the three of us. No. We have our retired Colonel Doc Ballard, who is a Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam, as you can see. Carl Blackstone. Pray for Carl. Carl's house, took some damage in that Denver fires or the Colorado fires back at the end of the year. So pray for our buddy Carl. If you're on LinkedIn and you pay attention to veteran stuff, this face right here, Hiram Figueroa, great individual, United States Marine veteran, Eugene, over in the Tampa area, another great Marine veteran. Christine Dean, amazing Blue Star family. Her son is active duty Air Force out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area. Bobby Burns, Ken Kwiatkowski. I fixed that once and that end's not supposed to be there. A fat finger to keys. Kwiatkowski, take out the end. I got to go in and fix that. It didn't save when I fixed it the first time. Sorry, Ken. And logistics chief, Kathy Spencer. She goes by Kathy. These are some amazing individuals on our advisory board. We are looking for more advisory board members. So if you are a veteran, if you're a Blue Star family, meaning an active duty military family, or a Gold Star family, first of all, we tip the hat and pray for you for the one you lost. But Gold Star family members, Blue Star family, veterans, and of course, if available, active duty are available to be on the advisory board. My wife and I are the only proud patriots of the bunch, meaning ones that didn't wear the uniform. Okay. Of course, you got to contact us. That's pretty self-explanatory. Folks have brought this up before, but we've got some great merch here for sale. You got mugs, you got blankets, you got throw pillows, and all different kinds. I'm not going to go through each individual product, but you can see we have Veterans Ranch, gear. Remember everyone deployed, Red Fridays. Remember everyone deployed till they all come home. T-shirts, hoodies, You know, you can get all kinds of stuff. There's another throw pillow, Land of the Free, because of the brave. If you like paint horses, we've got that line. Keep going here. Paints and palominos. You know, if you like palominos, you like paints. We've got all that stuff. We've got cell phone cases, water bottles, stickers, beach towels, you name it. You hear me all the time. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Well, here's your hey, y'all line, you know, and more of that coming in. Again, cell phone cases, water bottles, coffee cups, you know, show a little of your redneck pride and, you know, have your hey, y'all gear on. And you're also, again, supporting the Veterans Ranch, wearing the Veterans Ranch logo. You see how we've got it all branded. Some real funny ones we've just came out with, you know, in the times we're in right now, you know, kind of the two freedom states as they've been deemed have been Florida and Texas. Nothing against, you know, the other 48 states there. But, you know, Florida and Texas have kind of been deemed freedom states. So we've got Make America Florida. So if you're in Florida and you're watching this, come on here to the veteransranch.org, buy a sticker, buy a hoodie, buy a t-shirt, you know, buy a throw pillow, Make America Florida. If you're in Texas, God bless Texas, right? And God bless the Veterans Ranch. Get your cell phone cases, your ring stickers for the back if you don't have a ring on the back of your phone, coffee cups, water bottles, again, more stuff coming in, your backpacks, you name it. We're going to be adding, don't think I love Texas more than I love Florida. We're going to be adding some more Florida stuff as well. It's just the Texas stuff has really kind of started taking off. The Florida stuff's been a little on the slower side. So Florida, come on. You know, our great governor here said, welcome to Florida, the new Texas. So if you want more Make America Florida stuff, you got to demand it. You got to order more stuff. So I have the reason to get it made. All right. So we got all that stuff here. So that's all the merch. Again, everything you do is supporting the Veterans Ranch. You buy a t-shirt, you're supporting the Veterans Ranch, and you're wearing our stuff. Buy a coffee mug, you know, whatever. News and events, pretty obvious. We'll hit donate here in a second. Property expansion. Okay. This is just an example of a type of property that we would be looking at. You know, a nice house. You see some acreage, so you have some pastures for the horses, some arenas, some covered arenas, some open arenas. Like here's an example of a covered arena. That way, whether it's Florida weather, Texas weather, Missouri weather, Nebraska weather, wherever, you know, because eventually we're going to have one of these in all states in the union, folks. So regardless of the weather, we can get some things done for the day. If it's raining, snowing, you know, whatever the case might be, because we have some cover. As we talk about this, you know, for the last 4 years, we're now going on year 5, December 15th. We started year 5. So, you know, we've been providing trail rides, horse clinics, other outdoor activities back just here in January. We did Horses and Heroes Jamboree. We were doing fishing and camping and horse therapy stuff with a bunch of amazing veterans and some plus ones. It was a fantastic weekend. Loved having everybody there. But again, right now we have to use other people's horses and equipment. Okay. That's getting tougher to do, folks, because we're relying on other people's schedules and inventory of horses to do what we do. Now, we'll keep doing that as much as we can every day, because that's what the good Lord asked us to do. But, folks, we need to grow. We need to expand. We need our own property. And that's part of why we need 222 people to go here to theveteransranch.org and soon to hit that donate button and pledge $22 a month. Again, these are things that are going to be, you know, if somebody would donate some property to us, we would absolutely love it. You know, talk with your accountant or your CPA. But from what I've personally read on the IRS website, the tax carry forward benefits you could receive against your adjusted gross income by donating a property to a qualified nonprofit like ours is tremendous. You could write up off to, I think it's up to 60%, sometimes 100%, up to 15 years, to, again, depending on your adjusted gross income. That's where your CPA or tax professional comes into play. But again, that donation, you're giving it to a nonprofit. It's not just going to get turned into a bunch of little quarter-acre lots with a bunch of homes on them and whatever, just another neighborhood, a little monopoly neighborhood. It's going to be a veteran retreat where they'll be able to stay for a week, a weekend, a month, up to a year's time through Project Die Hard on the Veterans Ranch property and get back on their feet and get the short-term housing they need. So, Dream Property, again, it's going to include equine therapy horses, the housing for the veterans, a greenhouse, okay? And that's going to be through Veteran Produce, tip of the hat to Chief, all right, in Frisco, Texas. Hydroponics and aquaponics. In the month of December, in one of his greenhouses, he harvested over 200 pounds of produce. You can't do that in the dirt in Texas. You can't even do that in the dirt in Florida in the month of December. Okay, so we're going to show veterans how to grow their own food, take that as a transferable skill to either start their own business or take it to another ranch or another farm and be able to get a salary off of the services that they provide. Obviously, you can always reach out to us at the email here, pjjrranchcorp@gmail. PJJR Ranch Corp, again, is the corporate name of the Veterans Ranch. It's the corporate name of the nonprofit. Okay, it's mine and my wife's initials. So if you're on guidestar.org, for example, and you click on the link, we'll scroll down here. You can see we are a verified veteran-owned business, and you can find all of our financials and everything right here, all of our 990s through guidestar.org, and you can see we're a platinum member. What does that mean? That means we've given them a whole lot of information they had to verify before they gave us the Platinum Transparency Award there. So again, a veteran-owned business, verified. So we've got that. So donate page, right? This is what it all comes to. Tell you what, before we get there, I'm gonna get back over here real fast, and I just kind of want to talk to you face to face here a little bit. Again, thank you to everybody for coming in this evening. Please like, share, comment. Let's make sure we get this out to as many people as possible. Folks, the one thing we want to talk about tonight, you can't help but notice Ukraine being in the news these days. Well, if you have or haven't heard, we have troops over there in Europe right now. They're not, best I know, boots on the ground in Ukraine, but we have troops over there that may get deployed into a pretty nasty situation. We just came out of 20 years of Afghanistan. And right now, myself and Brian with Project Die Hard and a lot of the other veteran organizations that I'm partnered up with are dealing with those folks as they transition out of the service after their time in. Issues of, we spent 20 years over there and the people's butts we kicked, we turned the country back over to. Did what I do matter? Did the sacrifices I make matter? Did my buddies' deaths matter? Well, first of all, I want to be very clear with all y'all. Yes, every sacrifice you made mattered because you're protecting and defending the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You're not defending a Republican or a Democrat or a red or a blue or an elephant or a donkey or a independent or any of those things, okay? You're defending the Constitution and our way of life and our freedom. So yes, absolutely, every sacrifice you made, as tough as some of those probably were, mattered. So let's just be real clear. Back to Ukraine, okay? I think it's 8,000, maybe 10,000 troops over there right now. They're going to come home someday, and they're going to deal with what they saw over there. Okay, we already know that veteran suicide's on the rise, been on the rise since before COVID, but now they're just finally admitting the new numbers. So let's not have 22 a day that's now become 35 plus a day get any higher, get any worse when our men and women come home from Eastern Europe, Ukraine, and that whole situation over there. Let's be on top of this. So go to the website I was just on, theveteransranch.org. Click that donate button. 222 people, that's it. It's all we need right now. We'll always need more, obviously. But right now, to get the next event done and kind of a down payment on the event after that, we need 222 people. I mean, we're not talking a lot of money here. Okay, now again, I know I got an F-350 pickup truck. I'm paying $4.89, $4.99 a gallon for diesel. I understand the pinch is on right now, but folks, our veterans are too doggone important. Okay, we're talking one less fast food visit. We're talking one less case of beer, one less cigar, one less whatever, a few less frozen pizzas from the grocery store. You know, you've heard me talk about all these things before. So folks, our soldiers that are in Ukraine right now, or in Eastern Europe, because I don't want to say in Ukraine because they're not, best of my knowledge, boots on the ground in Ukraine, they're going to be dealing with some things. Even if they just go in on a humanitarian effort with the United Nations and have to help clean up and rescue and get people out of rubble and everything else, they're going to see some of the worst stuff humanity had to offer at this time and place in history. And they're going to have to deal with those things when they get home. Okay, the demons will be there. Trust me, the demons will be there. And you don't always have to be a door kicker. Okay, I was told by a veteran the other night, when his son went in as a plumber. They were headed to a job site in a village to help fix some plumbing for that village. And their Humvee ran over an IED, blew it up. Now, son lived, but has a major traumatic brain injury from it. He wasn't a door kicker. He wasn't tip of the spear. He wasn't SEAL Team 6. He wasn't any of that stuff. He was a plumber. But now he's dealing with a traumatic brain injury from being deployed and getting blown up to just because he was going to help a village. Or they were going to help a village at the time. So understand that when I tell you that if you served, we're here to serve you. Doesn't matter if you went overseas or not. Doesn't matter if you never left your base. I know guys that never deployed at all and had hellacious experiences in their 4 years in various branches. With Brian, with Forward Operating Base Rush, it's named after Courtney Rush. Okay, she was in the Air Force. She did honor flights. She never deployed, but she did honor flights. And the demons got the best of her, and she drank herself to death. That's why every one of Brian's forward operating bases, as they get going across the country, will be named after folks that lost the battle with their demons in honor of their memory. So, folks, we're dealing with things right now, okay? You know, you got to think about something. I'm a Gen Xer, right? I'm 49 years old. I was 29 when we first went to Afghanistan. I was 18 when my buddies first went to, a couple of my buddies first went to Iraq, okay? Desert Storm, Desert Shield. Remember that? Sorry, guys, got something in my eye here. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's live TV. Remember Desert Storm, Desert Shield? Now, you may not be old enough to remember that, but, you know, they're almost calling it the Forgotten War. Black Hawk Down, Somalia. Okay? There's a lot of things that a lot of people have seen. My buddy Brian was in from 1985 to 2017. He saw a whole lot of crap over 26 years. So please, we're only talking 222 people, okay? I personally have, just here on LinkedIn, again, we're on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter live here tonight. I have a little over 12,000 connections and followers on LinkedIn. Now, I know there's a lot with a lot more. My buddy Hiram has like 115,000 followers. So if you follow Hiram's on our advisory board. We need 222 people giving $22 a month. It's really not a lot of money. I mean, it's pennies a day. It's 73 cents a day is what it boils down to. Okay, $5 a week. But literally for pennies a day, you can help veterans in their immediate household family, get their life back through God's majestic animal, the horse. So, but again, pray for all our veterans, but definitely pray for our soldiers in Ukraine right now or in the Eastern European area to, pray to God they don't have to get deployed. But if they do, pray for them. So let's come back over here. So we're on the donate page on the Veterans Ranch. I want to bring up a few things we have on here because y'all may not have seen this, okay? Again, you're assisting us with our mission that directly supports veterans and their families. Your contributions help these great patriots we serve to receive equine assisted services. And yes, we always thank you for your support. There are plenty of ways you can donate to the Veterans Ranch. One, we said you can donate property. Okay, this is not a well talked about thing. I understand everybody wants the money. Sometimes they got a mortgage they got to pay off. Sometimes they're taking that money and it's their retirement. Sometimes it's the down payment on the next piece of property or what have you. I understand that, but there are plenty of folks out there. We're in Florida, registered in Florida and Texas. I guarantee you there are plenty of folks within the sound of my voice that have the money that can donate a property and help the Veterans Ranch grow. Okay, it's how Brian got his property, Project iHeart. They donated him 20 acres and a 10,000 square foot building. Now, it's sat empty for 8 years and he's got to rebuild it all, but thank you, God bless, he got some property. You can click this link here, go through your donor advised fund and consider, donating to the Veterans Ranch as a beneficiary. You can, bequest us in your will. You can say, your life insurance policy, retirement funds, pension plans, you can sign over to the Veterans Ranch. Again, please contact your financial advisor with questions on all these. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a tax guy. I just read a lot and I know some things I've looked up. Okay. Check with your job, check with your workplace, see if they have a donor matching fund and or grant opportunities available that you could put the Veterans Ranch on that list and have a portion of your check every week or month or whatever go towards the Veterans Ranch. Now, you hear me talk all the time. Do you give a buck? It's right here. I told you, you can just give a buck. All right. But what we're asking for tonight so we can cover this upcoming event and put a down payment on the next event is the $22 a month. Okay. Now, if you can give more, I'll cover this here in a second. If you can give more, please do. But we appreciate every donation. Thank you and God bless for every donation we get from everybody. We need grandma giving $1. We need CEOs of major corporations writing checks with 2 commas in them. Because again, the word horse and cheap have never gone hand in hand. But again, $22 a month. It's already set up for monthly donation. You click the 22, you can dedicate it in somebody's honor, and then you just go through the steps. Now, when you're done with the donation part, here's what I'm asking you to do. The world revolves around social media these days. Whether we like it or not, love it or hate it, it does. Okay. You see all the socials we're on. Again, I'm on social some people have never even heard of yet because they're kind of new. Or they think it's a kid's app and it's really not. TikTok. Anyway, take your confirmation page, take a screenshot of it, and take the screenshot and post it on all your social media. Just take a picture, post the picture, and then in the text part, just put, I give a buck about veterans, hashtag the Veterans Ranch. Okay, that's what I'm going to ask folks to do. Let's see here if I can do something just real fast here. Let's see if I can. Oh, let's see if I can load that picture up here real fast. No, it won't let me do it. I'm going to put a post out with it here in a little bit or probably tomorrow. But just go to theveteransranch.org, click that donate button, pledge $22 a month, take a screenshot of your confirmation page. It doesn't have any personal information on it. Take a screenshot of your confirmation page, post it on as many social media platforms as you are on, please. And put on there, I gave a buck about veterans, hashtag the Veterans Ranch. Okay. That's all we're asking, and put that out there. And last but not least, challenge your friends and their social media networks to do the same thing. That's how easy this is. That's how we hit the 20,000 people, be honest with you. Y'all have seen me do the commercials for Project 20,000. 20,000 people giving $22 a month. It starts with the first 222. Now, we have some monthly donors, obviously, already. And, and again, tip of the hat to all the monthly donors we have out there right now. But again, in order to grow and expand, you have to keep getting more monthly donors, because even though we do apply for grants and everything like that, you're 4 to 6 months, 6 months minimum before you find out. Again, I filed for one back in October, and I'll find out this month as to whether or not I get any of it, all of it, or a Dear John letter that says thanks, but no thanks 2 years in a row. We're praying for all of it, or at least some of it. So we do apply for those things, and we have a grant writer now. Anna, thank you if you're watching. Thank you for coming on board and helping us out with that. But, we rely on you, the great, proud patriots of these United States of America. Again, we live in a land of milk and honey, folks, with 330 million people, and about 165 million of those people are of working age, income earning age. And trust me when I tell you, you can afford $22 a month. Even with $5 a gallon, you can afford $22 a month. You'd be amazed what one little real insignificant thing you'd have to cut out of your life just once a month. Again, one less fast food visit, one less trip to the coffee shop. And I'm not going to drop names. We all know who they are. One less cigar, one less box of cigars, one less pack of cigarettes. Coming from a reformed smoker of like 15, 20 years. Okay. So I'm not trying to be self-righteous here. I still smoke cigars when I can afford to. But the point is, it's one less simple thing a month to give up, to give $22 a month and help veterans and their immediate household families every single day. The one last thing I want to cover, you saw the tab here, $50, God Wants You to Win book. We've gotten 2 of these donated out already. And we need to get more, because we're going to create a Facebook group around this. But for a one-time $50 donation, we're going to send you this book, God Wants You to Win. Okay, it's a devotional by world champion calf roper Jeff Copenhaver. It is based on life experiences put to biblical principles. It's an amazing book. I've read mine at least twice. Don't worry about the free rodeo souvenir. That does not exist. It didn't, the book's in reprint. So when this was new, brand new, you probably got a free rodeo souvenir, but there's no free rodeo souvenir in it today. So again, you can donate a one-time $50 donation. We will mail you this book. We're going to create a Facebook group, a private Facebook group around this book, where people will be able to, read a devotional, say how it affected their lives, and or how it could affect their life after they read it, and then open it up to a forum of people, for that particular one that day, to see how it possibly affected them. Just something positive. This doesn't have to be veterans. This can be anybody that makes a $50 one-time donation to get this book. Again, part of the proceeds, if you didn't see it up here, part of the donations are going to Cowboys for Christ. They're the ones I get the book from. I am partnered with Cowboys for Christ out of the Tampa chapter. They are corporately based in Fort Worth, Texas. I love me some Texas, can you tell? So anyway, so that's what that part is. So, and again, all these donations here, folks, are tax deductible. You see it right here. Okay, $50 donation, tax deductible. So we're going to kind of wrap it up here a little bit. Again, I appreciate everybody that came on. Please like, share, continue to comment as this post continues to play once the live is done. As always, we love y'all. We thank you for everything you do for us every single day. We thank the good Lord for all the blessings he bestows upon us every day. Pray for the Ukrainian people. Pray for the Russian people. I'm here to tell you, folks, there are a lot of Russians that did not want this war. There are a lot of Russians suffering because of their leaders' actions. Stores are pulling out of Russian territories. Obviously, the whole pipeline sanctions and all those kind of things. I'm not here to get into the politics of it all, but I am here to say that, Russian people are suffering tonight, as well as Ukrainian people, obviously, because they're the ones getting bombed. But there are folks suffering all over the world tonight, folks. So pray for them. Pray for our soldiers that are over there in Eastern Europe, possibly waiting to have to go in and deal with, some potentially ugly situations over there right now. And pray for them all when they come home. Continue to pray for all our veterans that have come home from Iraq and Afghanistan after the last 20 years, because they are going to continue to need our help. And all the good veteran organizations help out there to help them get through the issues that they're dealing with. So again, please, please. I can't say it any more sincerely. We simply need 222 people to go to theveteransranch.org and pledge $22 a month. The town I live in has 300,000 people in it. My county is 700,000. The county to the east, northeast of me has 1.5 million in it. The county to the west of me has another 1.5 million people in it. There's more than enough people in my backyard that should cover the 222. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. I'm reaching out to y'all. I'm reaching out to the American people. Wherever you are. Doesn't matter if I don't have a veterans ranch in Colorado yet, or Missouri, or California, or Oregon. We are a nationwide organization. If I had enough money and I have my own property right now, I would fly veterans in from anywhere on my nickel to have them go through the programs to get the assistance they need to get back on their feet and, again, as we say, walk off a new and improved version of themselves. So it does not matter where you're located. I've taken donations from Canadians because they care about their veterans up there, and they care about America and what, their big brother to the south, keeping their borders safe. They care about veterans, period. Okay, so doesn't matter where you're from. If you have a Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, and you want to be one of 222 people, please go today to theveteransranch.org, click the donate button, and pledge $22 a month. Buy a t-shirt, buy a coffee mug, and pledge $22 a month. Okay? Show the people in your community that you give a buck about veterans and veterans issues and their families. As always, we love y'all. God bless. Take care. Giddy up.